2, 1.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
And welcome back. Sorry, I went to you, man. Oh, that was disturbing. Good Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing?
Good Monday morning, people. On the other side of your electronic device, this is Paul.
And Corey.
And I've got bicycles on my shirt.
Yes, he does.
He's got a shamrock on his shirt.
Different colored bicycles. My God.
A lot of things going on here. If you're an avid bike rider, which I am not, I do support bike riding. And congratulations on your athleticism in certain events. That's
Biking is better for your joints.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's not the random fact. However, we are about to get to the random fact, which, if you do carry paper currency on you now, I guarantee that you will be searching it out to find out this random fact. I didn't know it, but it's true. It's there. Whatever. Makes me happy to know little things that will never amount to anything, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. So, what's the random fact?
The lead up's already there. Let's get it up. The numbers 172 can be found on the back of the U.S. $5 bill in the bushes at the base of the Lincoln Memorial.
Wow.
So,
now, do you think that's like a hidden meaning? You think somebody is trying to tell us something? Or do you think it's just a convenient thing that it's just there?
I don't know. It's weird. If anybody knows the answer to this, go ahead and comment down below because we hadn't researched to find out the answer. I mean, it's clearly not an anomaly. It's not, hey, let's paint the bushes and then boom, it just accidentally appeared. So it's there for a reason. Don't know why or the meaning behind it, but it is there. So get yourself some $5 bills, look at them, and then be happy with the fact that 172 is there at the bottom of the $5 bill.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
It is. It's
So,
awesome stuff.
Like we said, it's Monday. You've got a random fact under your belt. You're that much wiser thanks to us. No problems. No need to thank us. Anyway, you're probably still struggling to get up, but don't you worry. We've got a way to help you get up.
We do.
What is that, Paul?
And that is what was formerly known as the funny video of the day. However, we've transitioned to an 80s theme. So we're going to watch 3 more 80s commercials.
We're going to take you back in time.
Back in time.
Get ready. Strap yourself in. Here we go. What's this? Is this? Oh, it's Fruit Stripes.
Fruit Stripe
I love
gum.
Fruit Stripe gum.
I remember the old Fruit Stripe. That was the heat back in the day. That was really good.
That was some delicious gum, man.
Yeah, it was. You know, is this still around?
I think it is. You can go in the grocery store and buy that, or the gas stations.
Maybe.
But I never remember these commercials.
Look at this.
Of course, I probably
There was a
wasn't-
zebra in there.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can still get Fruit Stripe. You gotta seek it out though.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I have a mouth. I've played this game.
What is this?
I've played this where you describe the character that you're looking at.
Uh-huh.
And you say like, are there any people with brown hair or whatever? And then you flip them down if they're not. And then
Is
you're
this
left with
80s
one.
still?
Yeah, why?
It looks kind of like 90s, man. This looks 90s. I remember. I feel like I've seen this commercial before.
Maybe you're older than you think you
Maybe
are.
I am. Oh, no. I've seen that game.
Of course,
before.
it's a Doctor Who looking guy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I
Guess
know.
who? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Now we've
this
got a
looks
talking
familiar.
moon.
This looks familiar. Fifth
Fifth.
Avenue.
Still around.
Yes, they are.
Still good.
That's a delicious candy bar, too.
It is.
I love me a Fifth Avenue. I haven't had one forever.
Look at that.
Might have
Peanut
to go
butter.
get me one.
Beethoven.
Uh-huh.
A lot of stuff happening here.
Woo.
Random dinosaur coming out of a building.
See, they just don't make commercials like this anymore.
They don't.
I wish they did. Peanut butter crunch.
Peanut butter crunch.
That's delicious.
In front of the moon.
Let's go get one right
the
now.
moon data.
Man, after watching those videos, I tell you what I want to do. I want to go buy some Fruit Stripe gum, a Fifth Avenue bar, and I want to play Guess Who. Like let's just get it going. I mean, let's go to the store right now.
So y'all know, nothing up here besides the devotion is scripted. We do know the devotion before we get up here, and we do sometimes watch the funny commercials. Today we didn't. I found a spot where we wanted, and we threw it up there.
Because we're professionals, we just wing stuff like that.
I don't know what he's ever going to say. Like when he just vomits stuff out
And
like
he laughs and he thinks it's funny.
That's genuine laughter coming from my soul because he's a funny guy. I like, it's good to have friends that can do that kind of stuff,
Just talk and say anything and make you laugh.
Say whatever and make you laugh. But the main reason that we are here today is not to get you out of bed on funny videos. It's to get your day started right with a devotion that is based on the Bible.
That's right. That's the most important reason we're here, and we love doing it.
Yep.
And we, as always, have a great message and great scripture to go along with it. I really love the story today. It really does me well to sit up here and read these stories to you guys. But before I do any reading, why don't y'all do some reading? Take 6 seconds, read the story, pause it, make sure you thoroughly read it, play, and get back with us, and we're going to give you the scripture, and we're going to give you our feedback on what it means and how you can apply it to your life.
Absolutely. Get your devotion, read it now.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We hope that you took time to thoroughly read that devotion, that message, that glorious story, because there's going to be a powerful, powerful message coming your way. Really great stuff, guys. This stuff is not ever a waste of time. Everything we read to you is relevant. And the messages that we pull from it, I'm telling you, life-changing if you just put them into application. So, Paul, what's up with that scripture?
I don't know. You're squiggling around a little bit over there. You're squiggling around. Let's get the scripture started with a high five. John chapter 8, 1 through 12. Get it up? All right, so in John chapter 8, 1 through 12, it says, "But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Early in the morning he came again to the temple, and all the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. The scribes and the Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in adultery, and placing her in the midst, they said to him, 'Teacher, this woman has been caught in the act of adultery. Now, in the law, Moses commanded us to stone such a woman. So what do you say?' This they said to test him, that they might have some charge to bring against him. Jesus bent down and wrote with his finger on the ground, and as they continued to ask him, he stood up and said to them, 'Let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her.' And once more he bent down and wrote on the ground. But when they heard it, they went away one by another, beginning with the older ones. And Jesus was left alone with the woman standing before him. Jesus stood up and said to the woman, 'Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?' She said, 'Not one, Lord.' And Jesus said, 'Neither do I condemn you. Go from now on and sin no more.'" Oftentimes in this world you will experience what's it called, the phrase holier than thou people who legitimately think that they walk on water. There's another phrase similarly that I like a lot, and it says, "We all stand equal at the foot of the cross."
That's right. That's
Okay.
That's good stuff.
Think about that. We all stand equal at the foot of the cross. When you're saved by grace, you're saved by grace.
That's right.
Alone. There's nothing else that you can do to be more saved than anybody else. Okay?
Yep.
There's no work you can do, because if it was based off of works, if your salvation was based off of works, then there's zero need for Christ to come.
Yep.
Okay, at all. But we are saved by grace through faith. And what Jesus is saying here is that it's a heart issue. It's an issue of the heart. They walked around condemning, saying, "We've done so much more than this woman. She should be stoned for her bad acts." But they weren't looking internally at all the stuff they had done in their lives. And
That's right.
Jesus, in a 2018 word, is telling them, you know what, check yourself. Okay? Before you come out here, check yourself. Make sure your heart is in the right place. And so we're going to implore y'all today. We're going to try and get y'all out there and say, you know what, before you cast stones, make sure of where you're at. Make sure where your heart is. Now, it's not talking about discernment, because some things are right and wrong. Don't just go through life thinking, well, everything's all about love, because there is discernment. We do have the Bible as a structure to follow, okay, as our foundation to stand on. But anytime that we're doing things, or making these critical assessments, don't let it come from a place of, I'm better than anybody.
Right.
Make it, hey, we're running towards God. We're focusing on God. And in love, approach somebody out of love. That's what we're called to do. That's what Jesus does.
Yeah.
He says, hey, you sin.
That's right.
Are you forgetting your own sins here? But because you want to point out somebody else's sin, what about your own?
That's right.
You know, Christ was really good at doing that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, turning it around on people and having them examine themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Really good stuff. In the story, we're learning about a woman who had committed adultery, and everybody wanted to point their fingers, you know, at her and saying how she should be condemned and whatnot. Now, before I go any further, I'm not at all backing them. Let's go ahead and put that out there right now. But let's look at it. What did she do? She committed adultery. Adultery is serious. I mean, let's be honest. Adultery, you know, that is, you know, I mean, it's spelled out in the Ten Commandments. I mean, thou shalt not commit adultery. However, Jesus is on scene, and he says to them, examine yourselves before you examine her. He's in the presence of this person who has knowingly committed adultery, and instead of, you know, hellfire and brimstone and pointing the finger, you wretched, wretched person, he's merciful. And you want to know why he's merciful? Because it was understood when we were created, or excuse me, more importantly, it was understood that we were not going to be without flaw. We were not going to be. That's why we needed saving, guys. That's why Jesus died for us. If he understands that and he has saved us from that, then we should be able to understand that in our brothers and sisters in Christ as well. It's like Paul said, it is an issue of the heart. And if you cannot understand that, you'll never be able to truly love. All you'll be focused on is shaming others. And that's just not the way to go about life, guys. There's too many areas in your life that are going to be designed for you to stumble and fall. They're going to present you struggles. You know, your mind is always there. The atmosphere is like my pastor would say, it is charged with negativity and evil, and you have to be careful. Nobody is immune to sin, guys. It just happens. And there's one thing, and the only way to truly combat it is to embrace the Lord, embrace yourself, that you have your imperfections, but you'll conquer them. And when someone else falls, you need to be able to pick them up instead of just condemning them. Because it's like Paul said, the biggest thing I want you guys to take away from this is before you are so quick to point your finger at someone else and talk about and gossip about them and have them led to believe that they're just this person who's so far off track from doing God's work. What about all those times? I know for a fact that if you're one of those people, you probably walked away from doing that to someone, and you might have gotten 10 steps, you might have gotten 100 miles, and you did, but before you remembered, oh my God, I actually did the same thing not too long ago, or I did something worse, or well, I did this. You know, there's always portions of our life, guys, where we didn't make good decisions, and guess what? Those possibilities they're never ending. You just have to keep on fighting the good fight. And you know, lifting each other up rather than just pointing your fingers at people. I'm telling you, it's not the way to live. The way we live is to love each other and know that we can do better. Okay, guys? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
Boom!
You summed it up nicely. There's nothing else to add. So we are starting a competition.
Uh-oh!
Competition is going to look like this for the next 10 days. So we have these 5 episodes, Monday through Friday, and then we have Monday through Friday episodes next week. If you share every single one of these 5 episodes and every single one of the next 5 episodes, so 10 total episodes, you are going to be entered into this competition. We see who shares them, so that helps us out because we can go back and have accountability for it if you wanted to say that. So 10 total shares by next Friday. What is that going to get you? That is going to get you what one of my friends, Mike Robertson, is offering, and that is a plane ride.
A plane ride?
A plane ride around Greenville, North Carolina. So he is a pilot. He's a good pilot, and he owns a company. That company is called SCI Technologies. We're going to put a link down here, so visit him. If you ever wonder about security companies, and you're like, man, I just don't want certain people coming inside my house, which was a fear of mine and my wife's, because sometimes the alarm system is going to fail or whatever, and you're going to have to call somebody in. And you want to make sure that the people you bring into your house are good, honest people. Coming from a police perspective, you want to make sure that, well, SCI is Mike Robertson is a part of that and is running that. And the thing with it is, he's a solid Christian. And when he saw what we were doing with these devotions, he came and said, "How can I help?" And I said, "Man, what can we do for you in return?" Because these plane rides, you know, that's an awesome opportunity for somebody. And he said, "Absolutely nothing." I said, "Are you kidding me right now?" He said, "Nah, y'all are doing a good thing, spreading the message. I'm more than willing to help that out any way I can."
Man. What a great
In 2018.
What a great guy.
Somebody saying that. So that's the contest. You do 10 shares by next Friday. Okay? Each episode, share them one time a piece. And next Friday, we're going to take all the names. We're going to put them in a hat or whatever, and we'll draw them out live. And if we draw your name out, then you get to hang out. You'll contact Mike Robertson, and you'll go up in a plane around Greenville and enjoy yourself for a little bit.
So awesome. What a cool prize to win. How exciting. Y'all better do some sharing.
Y'all better do some sharing. So get them shares out there. This is Monday. Enjoy Monday. Have a happy Monday. Get your week started right. And if you're in school right now, week is coming to, like, your school semester is coming to an end.
That's right. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Randall House. We love D6 Devotions, pushing them out daily, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Like, share, subscribe. We love you. And we're out.